Light work. Light work. Light work. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am back once again to talk about the Tennessee Titans and how they dominated the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sorry, the Waxonville Jaguars. The Waxonville. Because they whacked. Okay. So, it went pretty much how I thought it would go. Actually, it went pretty much how I thought it went. Tannehill had a solid day. He didn't throw any interceptions. That's all I care about. He didn't throw any interceptions. Didn't throw any touchdowns, but he didn't throw any interceptions. So obviously it was a better day. We gave up a few too many sacks, and then we gave up a few too many sacks. We gave up one too many. So that needs to change. Defensively, lockdown. Christian Fulton, top 10 corner in the league. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to hear that. Top 10 corner in the league, Christian Fulton. We picked off Lawrence 4 times, I think it was. Got a few sacks in there too. Shut him out. Shut him out. Because that's what we do. We shut folk out. No, we don't. But love the win. We're up to 9-4 now. Keeping that 2, technically 3 game lead over the Colts. Who do they play next week? We're on a bye week this week. I think they play the Raiders. Is that right? They play the Raiders. That's a winnable game. Frick. We got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. They up and down each week. We don't know which Pittsburgh we're gonna get. Are we gonna get the Pittsburgh that went down 29-0 to Minnesota? Or are we gonna get the Pittsburgh that beat? Can you say beat Baltimore? Like that's a big thing? Because they just lost again this week, and now they're probably there's a decent chance they probably aren't gonna win the division. But honestly, if you look through the AFC North, I don't know who the heck is gonna win that division. But I'll get to that in a second. So as far as we go, we're 9-4. We're still in the thick of things. I want that first seed back. I want it back. I want it back. I need that first seed back. And we're not going to get it back as long as the freaking Patriots keep winning. And people are saying we have an easier schedule than the Patriots now with our last 4 games. Dang, I meant to check that before I started this video. I know for a fact that they still have the Bills and Dolphins. Yes, the Dolphins beat them, but the Dolphins are worse than they were at that point. Or the Patriots are better than they were at that point. They have the Bills again, which we don't know what the Bills are going to do. They just lost again. They have, who else do they have? I can't remember. Oh, they have the Colts. They have the Bills, the Colts, and the Dolphins again. I can't remember that other game, but I don't think it's a good team. I can't remember their other game, but I don't think that other game is a good team. So their toughest game left would be the Colts, in my opinion. It's not the Bills. It's probably the Colts. Because the Colts is all bad and bougie. Wait, is the Colts next game the Patriots? I don't know if that's true or not. But we just gotta keep winning. That's all I gotta say. Running game was alright. It wasn't as good as 2 weeks ago against the Patriots, though. I was kind of hoping to see that, but for some reason the Jags love to play up to our running game. They always want to play up to our running game ever since that 2018, ever since the 2019 game when Derrick Henry just ripped off 2 long runs on him. That was funny. That was hilarious. Ever since then, they've just been trying to stuff him, and really they haven't succeeded. They still have not succeeded, even though they've tried their hardest. They still haven't succeeded. But now let's get healthier. Julio played the whole game. Let's talk. Julio played the whole game. He didn't play a lot. He only had 32 snaps, but he played the entire way without a setback. So that's great. This next game, I think he's probably going to get the same amount of stuff. We'll see. It depends on how he looks during practice this coming week. It depends on how he looks during practice this coming week. Otherwise, sorry, word sucks. Otherwise, I think he's the same. I think he's probably going to get the same amount of snaps, maybe a few more, but I think he's going to stay right in that area. Especially if we go up like by multiple scores early. I don't see him playing a lot. Which I'd love for us to go multiple scores up early in the Steelers. That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. We had another freaking injury. We had two more freaking injuries. Our backup fullback. You'd probably be like, oh, just fullback, slide another one in there. I was like, well, you don't know our offense. We use our fullbacks a lot. And Blasingame showed, at least in the preseason, that he could do some stuff with the ball in his hands. But he hasn't been healthy the majority of the season. And now, stupid Torrey Carter's gotten freaking hurt. And then Roger Saffold, he got hurt. I think they said he had a neck injury. And he went to the locker room, so he's probably going to be out next week, which means we got to rely on Aaron Brewer. And we already weren't that good on the O-line this week, so now we got to go up against possibly the best pass rush, probably the best pass rush in the freaking league, which is freaking Pittsburgh. Freaking TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, all those guys. Blitz all the freaking time, and they do everything, this, that, the other. Rack. That game's gonna scare me to death. But I think we can win it, because their offense sucks. Well, it don't suck. It don't suck. But our defense is great. I'll put it like that. Our defense will be great. That's what I'll do. What else we got? As far as the playoff hunt, I think we're fine. We're fine. I need the Colts to lose one more game, though. I need us to keep winning and have the Colts lose one more game. And then I could just stop being like in the pit of my stomach, just freaking out internally that we're going to go down. Because we got Pittsburgh, and then we got San Fran back to back. So, and they're saying we have the easiest schedule. Like, how do we have the easiest schedule left when we have San Fran with that defense and Pittsburgh, who, has been inconsistent. They've been inconsistent. But it's Pittsburgh. They play up to the big boys. They play up to good teams like us. And then San Fran's got a good pass rush defense. They got a fairly good defense. The offense is inconsistent, but they got a fairly good defense. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what could happen there. I think there's a decent chance that we probably lose one of those games. But if we're healthy, Bud comes back. I'm pretty sure Bud comes back this week. Bud should come back this week. I think AJ comes back this week. And then we got Golden Tate. Yeah, he old, but he ain't hurt. So hey. If he ain't hurt, he probably decent. But and then we got Zach Cunningham. We may have just replaced Jayon and Rashaan Evans with Zach Cunningham. Because we got David Long, Monty Rice, Zach Cunningham. That could be something. We still gotta get healthy everywhere. We gotta get healthy everywhere. And I'm hoping that this is the week. I really am. I'm hoping that this is the week where it happens. I'm hoping that this is the week that we get Bud. I'm pretty sure AJ's coming back. Some people say AJ's not coming back to the San Fran game, which that doesn't make any sense, because this would be the third game, if I'm correct. He went on IR before the Texans game. So we played the Texans, we played the Patriots, and then it's this one. And then this past one. So this one, he should be back this week. I'm pretty sure he should be back this week. I'm hoping that David Long comes back. We have Rashawn, and I don't know. I wouldn't pay much attention to Rashawn, but he caught an interception. So I mean, hey, we'll take it. We'll take it any way we can get it. Jayon played better this week. Excuse me. Jayon played better this week. So the linebackers are starting to play better. We need Bud back though. You saw it. You could see it. When Derek went down, Bud went up until he got hurt. Derek went down, and then that Rams game happened. Bud played great. Played good. He's not getting the stats because he's mainly been hurt a lot. But Bud played pretty great in that game. And because of that, Harold had a field day. Big Jeff had a field day. We dominated. And then the next week, I think that was the same. Oh yeah, it was really just 1 week, wasn't it? It was just 1 week. It was just really 1 week. I mean, he played, but when he's out there in the other games before Derek got hurt, the game that Bud was playing in, he was making an impact. It was making Harold better. So we need Bud. We for sure need Bud. And then all the rest of them folk that's hurt, we need them back. We need them all. I need Jackrabbit back. Chris Jackson, where is he? I know he's been on IR, but it feels like he's been on IR for more than 3 weeks. He must have had a bad ankle injury or something. He must have had a bad injury or something. Frick. We need him. I put it like this. If you look at the last 4 games of the year, we really don't need Chris Jackson. Because the offenses we play aren't like, holy cow, sling it around the wing, jam, 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 boom, bam, bam kind of offenses. Like Pittsburgh can do that, but they're not consistent. At all, actually. San Fran. No. And in the Dolphins, no. And in Houston, no. Kind of. Ugh, I hate the fact that we lost to Houston because it just pisses me off. Makes me want to punch everyone in the face. But we'll see how things go. Ravens losing helped a lot. Get them out of here. I mean, real quick, RIP to Demaryius Thomas. That hurt when I saw that, man. I was hurting. I hurt for a while. Because, like, not only did I think he was a great player, like, my first legitimately fond memories of Demaryius Thomas was him dominating my fantasy league the first 2 years I started doing fantasy. The first 2 years I started doing fantasy, he was dominating for me. I got him, like, multiple years, and it was great, and I was loving it. But, man, he was such a great player, and it sucks. That sucks. And then prayers up for Lamar. I'm sorry. I hate the Ravens so freaking much. I hate the Ravens so much. But, like, I mean, it sucks that the Ravens lost their QB. They've been dealing with injuries all year. And it's like, dang, bruh. Like, let's feel bad for the Ravens. They have so many injuries. It's like, we have injuries too. Anyway, but we're winning, so that's like, so it kind of balances. So it kind of makes it like, whatever. Y'all just win it. Like, but now the Ravens are losing because of their injuries, so it's like, oh, it's so sad. But, you know, prayers up for Lamar. We'll see if he makes it back before the season's over. And we'll see if the Ravens make the playoffs, which they could. I mean, the AFC North is just retarded right now. Like, none of the teams are consistent. The Ravens were really the only consistent one, and now they've lost. Is it back-to-back games? Have they lost back-to-back games? I think they've lost back-to-back games, and now they just lost Lamar. So don't expect them, and they have the toughest schedule remaining. Don't expect them to beat the Rams. Don't expect them to beat the Packers without Lamar. Honestly, I don't know if they can beat them with Lamar. So, I mean, it's kind of tough. I don't see them winning either one of those games, and they're already 8-5. That's 8-7. And then they play Pittsburgh again. And I think they play the Bengals again. I think that's their last 4 games. The Bengals, Pittsburgh, the Rams, and the Packers. All of those games could be L's. Every single one of them. They could end up 8-9. I don't think that... It's tough. It's tough to say what they'll do, but I don't see them coming out of these last 4 games with a winning record. I'm sorry. I don't see them winning the last 3 out of 4. I can't. I don't see it. I can't see it in my face. I can't see it in my mind. I can't see it in my dome piece. I can't see it. As far as the Steelers, which version you gonna get? You don't know. Let's hope we get the bad version, because I'm trying to get them the frick out of here. If we beat Pittsburgh, I don't think we're losing another game for the rest of the year, in my opinion. Because Pittsburgh's better than San Francisco. Yeah, that's saying something. Pittsburgh's better than San Francisco. I don't see us losing another game if we beat Pittsburgh. And honestly, if we do lose to San Francisco, I'd rather lose to San Francisco. I don't want to lose to Pittsburgh. That's an AFC game. I'm not trying to take those kind of L's. Because those kind of L's are the most frustrating in terms of seeding, wild card, and blah, blah, blah. I want that first seed for Henry's sake. Like, I don't even want it just to say we the best. I don't even want it for that reason. I want it because of Henry, all right? They're saying that Henry could be back before the regular season ends, which that's cool and dandy, but that extra week for Henry would be perfect. Oh, that would be so great. He comes back early. Maybe he plays in the Texans game, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I'd rather he play in the Texans game if he can come back. If he's back by then, I'd rather he play, because he needs to get prepared, especially if we aren't the first seed. If we're not the first seed, he needs a game to get his footing back, because he's gonna be rusty. He's gonna be rusty. He's like, how do you be rusty as a running back? He's like, I don't know, but niggas be rusty. So I mean, who knows? And the Texans are a perfect team. The Texans are a perfect team to get your wheels back under. That's 250 for Derrick Henry. That's 250. If we had Derrick against Houston, we'd have won. We'd have won. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. We would have beat Houston. But yeah, I do not want to be the 4th seed again. And honestly, there's no way we can be the 4th seed if we just win. Like, there's no way we can be the 4th seed at this point, because the Ravens are getting worse. The Bengals didn't win this week, so that didn't do anything to help them. The Steelers lost. The Browns won. They beat the Ravens, but they're 7-6. They're 2 games behind us. As long as we win out, I'd rather we just win out. We could take an L to San Fran, and that's really the only one I'm okay with. The San Fran L is the only one I'd be okay with. I'm not saying, okay, I ain't gonna say I'm okay with it. That's the only one I can tolerate. A Pittsburgh L, a daggum Houston L, and a Dolphin L, heck no. I'm going in next time if we lose one of those games. I'm going in on folks. Okay? But let's just win out. All right? Cluck all the bullshit. Let's get healthy. Let's win out. And let's make these playoffs. And let's make this run. Because honest to goodness, if we're healthy when we get to the playoffs, oh, y'all in trouble. Everybody in trouble. Everybody in their mama is in trouble. I said that last week and I'm saying it again. If we're healthy in the playoffs, ain't nobody stopping us. Not New England, not Kansas City, and daggum sure not B-More, daggum sure not Pittsburgh, daggum sure not the Bengals or the Browns, daggum sure not the Chargers, daggum sure not the goddamn whoever else. I don't give a frick else. The Colts, none of y'all. Y'all is not beating us. Y'all will not beat us at full strength. And even when we're fully healthy, we won't be at full strength. Because we have players that are out for the season. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm telling you that now. I got to go back to work. Frick. All right. That's about it. I'll see y'all next week for the recap of the Pittsburgh game. Y'all have a nice rest of y'all's day, evening, night, into y'all's next morning. Whenever y'all watch this, y'all have a good one. I'll see you later. This has been King for King's Court. Peace.